Welcome back to IXION, ladies and gents.
Running preliminary diagnostics. Severe hull damage has been detected following self-similar traversal. Hypothesis: each vol jump causes irreversible damage to the Tiqqun structure. Predictive modeling suggests that 4 more vol jumps are possible before the Tiqqun breaks apart. New mission objective established. The Protagoras possesses coordinates of the habitable exoplanet Remus. We must find the Protagoras in order to reach our destination.
And it is. We have indeed left our solar system. We're now in a new solar system that has a sun called Immortan. There is also one planet right next to us, Falcon 74, with a bit of science. That's great. There is this new thing there. This is basically a storm. You know? So if you put your ships, for example, let's see here. You know, if I put my ship here, you can see it is red, right? That means there is a chance that this ship will die when it's there, or I lose, you know, some of it. This is space weather. Yeah, if you're tuning in, don't hesitate to check in the video description below for the full let's play, because I showed you how to get the most out of the prologue and chapter 1, which is why we have already multiple ships, and we also have a fairly advanced city, both there and there. You can see it's fairly well organized. We have some good productions, our research too, we've already done quite a bit, so I'm happy there. So obviously we're gonna want to go to this planet and in particular get, you know, those science points ASAP. We're gonna want to also send some probes ASAP to restart, especially on the iron, right? Let's make sure we get a good iron, not too far. Yeah, back here. Okay, so let's try to restart all of this. We will also have a couple of new missions. The key mission, you know, in terms of moving to the next chapter, is to find the Protagoras. We need to find first traces. There's 3 traces to find. There is also the first time we're gonna colonize. Now train 30 colonists and then locate a viable planet. This will be, I think we're gonna do basically a new sector for that. My only question right now is, am I putting it on this side? Or, yeah, I think we're gonna put it on this side. So, oh no, wait, let me think for a sec. Yes, no, I do think we're gonna put it here. So, we need the resource, we need people, all good, we have all of this. We're gonna start sending it.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
We have arrived. We also see that there is a new mission, or not a mission, a new event. Now we've left the solar system, our solar system, right? So the crew is convinced that they will never again see the stars that saw them born. Obviously, they're not very happy, and therefore we have a -1 permanent stability bonus. So you can see we are back to 2 -1s, one from the death of their Earth and one from living on behind. But we don't have anymore the -1 from being too long in the system because we just arrived here. Okay, so it is, we're delivering this. That's gonna be fast. Here everything is working fine, right? We have resources, we have full on this, we are very low on silicon, but that's okay. We've retrieved all of the science, and there is an event. Before this event though, let's just do one thing, which is let's start researching this colonization training, because that's basically what we need to train colonists, right? That makes sense, We have also
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
on quite a few things over here. That's great. Some carbon, some you know, iron, etc. I only have 1 miner right now. Honestly, so far it's been fine. I do want to make sure we send another. Why? Ah, here it is. I was surprised we didn't have another probes ready, but now it is ready. So let's try to find some silicon, because that's one thing that's pretty rare, right? I see a lot of carbon there, but no silicon. Ah, yeah. I saw. This is super sensitive. Where was it? Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Very close, actually. Okay. So we're gonna get some silicon, and let's see the Falcon 74. This is Galileo's crew. We have landed on Falcon 74. Now, should I do those noises too? Gravity is approximately 4.7 meter per second square. The atmosphere is corrosive. Do you copy? Without shelter, we estimate our survival time to be 2 hours and 27 minutes. That's not a lot. So we can perform an intrusive analysis. This is never a good idea in my opinion. Put some explosive. Then we have set up a temporary study center and established infrastructure to support the exploration. as always, you know, you can see this is costing more, both in time and in resource, but I also feel like that it tends to give better outcome, and especially given that we have a lot of resource, I'm gonna go for that one. We just need to assign one ship and all good. So it's gonna take a couple of turns, right? The ship, if we look over here, the ship should be starting to get those resources somewhere. Here it is. It's probably over here. Now we are full-ish, but that's okay. That's okay. Put another mission there. Now remember that those missions are not always the best. Well, in this case, we don't have a choice. Okay. They want a good quality of life, and you know, they think I'm good. I love it. I love it. Okay. So the bonus, I got a trust bonus of 10%, but honestly, my trust is already at 100%, so not a problem. My hull integrity is also really good, so maybe we just pause it for a while. And we're doing good on many of these. I'm thinking, let's spend some money on another boost of electricity. Oh, it is 3 of these. That's a lot. Okay, now I should wait for us to find a bit more of the silicon. Let's actually check. There's 60 there, 60. Okay, that is pretty good. That is basically 6, a total of 6 electronics. Okay, now we do have, I think we should build another miner though. So let me check here. I have 2 space, so let's build a miner. Yeah, okay. Why is this cargo ship not going there? Oh, he's waiting for space, maybe. Oh, that is annoying. If that's the case, we maybe do a temporary storage of that guy. Let's actually pause this, so that this is only that one that gets emptied. We can even pause that one too, because it's full anyway. Okay, so it is. Now they're emptying quickly. And so now they're in enough space. Perfect. Okay. Good. And we're ready to build a mining ship too. And I think that mining ship will focus maybe on, you know, carbon and silicon. So we have one for iron and one for the rest. Okay. We have a lot of iron, so that's not the problem. A lot of reserves too. How are we doing on people? Yeah, we're good on people now that I've paused a couple of things. So that's nice. That's nice. Here it is. The miner has been built, so let's prioritize it. Yeah, it's fine. Accidents happen. How are we doing on this side? And here? Oh, we're still missing 1 electronics. Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty low on electronics.
Hull integrity below 50%.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so let's check out. No, that's not what happened.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Sheltered by the installed infrastructure, the Galileo team carefully studied the anomaly. Several theories on Githers and precipitation phenomena have been established. Okay, so we got 60 science. That is a lot, actually. Alright, so that is really great. And now there is nothing else to do than to leave.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
So many new requests. I think more importantly, it should be time for us to try to find some points of interest so we can send. Yeah, here it is. So we can send my second ship to it. This is the miner. Yeah, they've already mined all of this, I guess. Yeah. And am I still getting those things? Yeah, this guy should be getting the silicon and this. Not a problem. And done. So we have found actually now this one, so we can send. There's not really anywhere to send that one, but we are already ready to send another. And you know, that is basically what we're gonna need to do, right? Send probes, find points of interest, find resource. I see we've already, you know, used all of the iron that was there. So we're gonna want to find iron too soon. We may want to also move.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Okay. Yeah, we may want to move also the Tiqqun at some point, because remember that this kind of the time it takes for the ships to go from one place to another is based on the distance. I think though we did make one mistake, sorry, my bad. Here. Oh, what's happening? Crew members are worried about the number of hazards. They want some reassurance. Promise that no member of a science team will die. That is pretty hard. Promise that science team casualty will be below 5, or promise nothing. Let's try 5, you know, that's a good goal, I feel. If we don't, we're gonna lose trust, right? If we do it, we're gonna gain trust. So as I was saying, I think we need to make sure we restart that one, otherwise we'll never get those 2 things. but I'm just a bit worried we have too much iron. Maybe I need to completely stop the iron on this side. So where is this? Here. This guy, maybe we just completely stop iron. Because yeah, it's too much. We may want to also build another transport ship soon. Okay, what else? What else? Here we are fine. It feels like we're fine. What we're missing now is we're gonna want a colonization training center, but as I said, I want it on this side. So let's make sure we send this. Yeah, I want to send, you know, one on this side. So that would be enough. And that's pretty much it. We really have a lot of iron. It's almost like this one I should stop, sorry, my bad. Anyways, we now have a new sector, Sector 6. Now we need to do the same thing as always, right? To first give them houses, give them food, but very quickly we're gonna want, as I said, to build the colonization thing. So let me place that here. Then we're gonna want... I haven't really thought about the organization of that one. So for now, let's just make it simple. One here, one there. We're gonna want food. We have space there, perfect. We're gonna want some houses. I'm thinking we start in this corner there. We'll go from there. So let me build, you know, a couple of roads for the whole thing. And see you in a minute. New request, a world full of noise. Administrator, a group of crew members are complaining about the high level of smoke and noise. The well-being of the crew is a condition for mission success. So we can either shut down factory in Sector 2 for 10 cycle. We can't afford. I think we can actually afford it. So let's do it when we can. Because as long as the food is still working, you know, if it's just those production like this, it's fine. I mean, actually, I'm not even sure what I stopped because it seems to be... Oh, wait, no, I need to stop them, okay. So, what do I need to stop? This for sure. What else do we need to stop? Turn off every factory in Sector 2. I think we did. Let's look at this. This is moving now to 1. Let's give it a second, see if it moved to 2. In the meantime, I'm continuing to get everything there. Yeah, love it. So let's see what we can find on those two different places. We have transmission from the Copernicus team. We have reached asteroid something. The mining ship Shrapnel was adrift nearby. It appears to have been pierced by a fast-moving object, killing its operator instantly. Wow. External marking indicates it was a mining craft of the Protagoras. So we found something from them, right? We don't really have a choice, we need to extract it. Okay. We also have over here IXION. This requires deep dive apparatus. Indeed, I forgot about this. So if we go into our research over here, you will see that we have for the where is it? The science ship. We have a couple of different things. We have deep dive apparatus, we have automatic ship repatriation, emergency cryopods, exoskeleton. We should probably do them all before we do a lot more of research. That was a bit dangerous what I was doing before. Summary of intelligence. After clearing away the scattered remains, we were able to retrieve navigation data with 2 electronics, that is great, and a lot of iron. Okay, now we can determine the cause or leave him. Let's try. You know, there's always a risk that the enemy is still there, but I think we should try. Okay, what else? We have a new probe, so let's continue to scan. You know, I sent one over here, sent one there, because I saw a lot of things. Here, I don't really need that. But if there's carbon somewhere here, we should find it. Yeah. Okay. We should definitely find that. Here, it's gonna take a second. Now, you could go for a third science ship at this point, or more probes. But I feel like you don't want to go too fast in this game. You know, this is how you die. We did find a new planet there. That's good.
A probe has completed its scan.
Here we found also some things. Okay, great.
A ship has been destroyed by a space weather event.
Which... Oh, a mining ship must have gone over here. I didn't tell them to go. So
a science ship team has completed a task.
What we can do is say avoid. So basically that means they're never gonna go there. Because yeah, I don't want to lose ships for no reasons. And what we can do at some point is maybe send the Tiqqun there. If possible, maybe coming from here or from there to avoid this. and then we can do it. But yeah, we have this done. So it was hit by projectile. After careful investigation, we can see it has the emblem of the UN. Oof. 45 science, that is great, love it. So we're done with that one. That's this one. So I guess we can send this one over here. Good. I do need to restart recreating some mining ships though, right? So let's check that out. This is the mining ship that was here that was dead, okay. Let's go. Rock. This one can continue. Mammoth. Right, Mammoth is focusing on those resources, that's great. Yeah. We have one more cycle and then we can restart my productions over here. Let's accelerate time quickly. Research also, let's continue. Yeah, that sounds good. In the meantime, we finished the research over here, so we can go to Perenti 85. This is the crew of the Galileo. We have entered Perenti's atmosphere. Equipment have been deployed, but the gravity may complicate our operation. Visibility is nil. Atmospheric corrosion factor negligible. So we can release microprobes. Oh, this is using polymer. That's an interesting one. Then we have the basic weather station, and then we have the advanced one. Now the advanced one is very expensive, as you can see, but usually again this is what gives us the best. So I think we're gonna go for it. We are able to restart, I think, now this production anyway, so it should be fine. While we're here, let's also check this one quickly. Plymouth 37. Okay, we have landed. The opaque atmosphere lets in hardly any lights. Geological formation on the planet's surface resemble giant emerald waves frozen in time. What? So we can explode, or spend a bit, or spend a lot. As always, you know, what am I gonna do? We're gonna spend a lot. I'm not sure which one. Let's go for this one, that's fine. Okay, we also have a probe, so let's use it. Send something else. Some resources over here. So we're sending all of those resources. Oh, there is a lot of science here that we left. Did we really leave science there? That's not good. That's not good. We can fix that just now. In the meantime, let's check out here. We have finished this, so we can restart indeed those productions. So let's go. We want to restart right now. Probably these two are more important. You know, I want to get a lot of alloy for delivery, plus to clear this iron there. You know, I shouldn't have put iron there as low priority. Should have keep it clean, but that's life. We live and learn. Science is happening. Integrity of the hull is fine. How are we doing on this one? Because we have actually 100 of polymer and 10 electronics. So maybe it is time to do one of these. Okay. Here it is. Now on this side, how are we doing? We have built 2 infirmaries, but we still not finished building the rest. So come on, you can do it. We can do it. This should be probably next high priority. Then we can destroy this one. Destroy that one too.
A probe has completed
So we can clean that piece in a sec. My people are not very happy right now because of this, but hopefully very soon this restarts increasing. As soon as we have a bit of food. I can pause one of them, by the way. It's fine. Basic resource over here. Destroy this road. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna want to send some resources for sure. We're just a bit low right now on resource, so that's why. Okay, seems like we're done on Plymouth. Our team was able to survey one of the crystalline cavities inside with huge crystal, okay. Despite the hazardous environmental condition, we had no incident. I'm pretty sure if we didn't spend that much, you know, if we went for the middle option, we would have had some problems. 60. That is great. Oh, and we also find a bit of carbon there. Cool. And they say you can investigate. Sure, why not? Let's investigate. We will want to take that science though, because we're at 0. We will also want
a
miner. I've scanned even more over here, but let's continue to scan as much as we can. Oh, we're low on polymer. I need to restart that production. But here, there is yeah, it is. Okay, there was nothing more than an optical illusion. So we wasted basically 2 turns, but that's fine. Now we're gonna leave the ship there until this is empty. Okay, just got 75 points also in Parenti. I thought I was recording, I wasn't. Sorry about that. And they told us that there is overworking somewhere. Okay, this is over here. Why is there overworking? I mean, I've paused basically everything. How is that possible? Because we have 20 non-workers. That's the problem. Damn. So I have no choice but to also stop that and send some new people. So how are we doing over here? We have actually a lot of people doing nothing, so that's great. Let's send workers from 1 to 6. Send 20. 20. It's fine to have non-workers there though, because to be honest, it's actually where I'm gonna put the non-workers anyway. But still, it's good for us to get back into production of food locally. Over here is fine. Oh, we're still having a problem here with that. Missing one electronics. We've arrived to Fargo 39. We took advantage of the drop in wind speed to descend and land on Fargo 39. The gravity is intense. Several of our measurement instruments have failed. Wow. Now we have a special option that was unlocked because we have done the exoskeleton improvement of our people, and so I think it makes total sense to start there. Let's give our people some exoskeletons. We're gonna continue, to also send more of these. I also see, what is that? Is that a planet? Yeah, that's a planet. It doesn't say if there's anything, but maybe we'll want to send somebody there. I'm also thinking we may want soon to move Tiqqun closer to here for all of these. If we look at our productions over here, this is looking good. Love it. Research, we're doing one research, all good. On this side, everything seems to be fine. We may be able soon to move, therefore, into the actual building, which was we wanted colonization training center, right? So this is going to prepare crew for colonization attempt. Colonists are training group of 15 every 5 cycle using 1 electronics. So it's a good thing we're starting to make some, right? We need to rotate it. We can place it pretty much anywhere we want, but I'm thinking we're gonna put it at the bottom there, like a line like this. Let's start over here. I'm gonna start with 1 for now. Okay. So this requires 4. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. Good thing we have a couple over here. We may want at that point to also bring them a bit closer, but that's fine. We will also want to build more of these houses. I know I paused this one, but I'm actually going to put another one next. And these are going to be for non-workers. We will also need actual stability. We have unlocked the DLSS center, so I think we're going to want to build that soon. But first, let me see. That fits there, yes. Up. And one of these. So I need to check which one. I mean, this is going to be what? A population one, right? So population, which of the memorial is important for population? This is for food. This is for population. So we want the lunarclism one. Sure things that will become important later.
The probe has completed its scan.
Now this is 7 by 7. It's not exactly the same size as anything we have right now, but I'm thinking we put it here. It's pretty easy feat. Okay, so lunar. Okay. Then on this side here, we have built all of them here. This one is super expensive. I think we're not ready for it. We may be able to do that one though soon. Not yet. We don't need it and we don't have the resource, but soon. And yeah, let's send another probe. I mean, we've done a lot on this side. Oh, there is a silica there. Okay. But also saw a point of interest. Oh, it's behind. Yeah. So that one is pretty terrible. I'm gonna lose probably the probe, and definitely I may lose the ships. So we're gonna want to go over here and then send it. So I guess let's find one first. And we may... So if we see that my miners are going here, and where are my... Yeah, I think it's time to move the Tiqqun there. Somewhere over here. Let's go. Okay, so we have put... Wait, what? Transmission, we found a cargo ship. Okay. It is embedded. Uh-huh. I mean, we've put our exoskeleton, so that's good. Now we can recover the digital archives, we can survey the ship, or we can recover data and attempt repair. This is taking more time, so it could give me more stuff. Okay, I mean, I think it's very hard to know which one is going to be good in this case, so I'm choosing that. Hey, we have returned to the Copernicus, recovered data has been secured and analyzed. As for the cargo ship, she almost broke up leaving the planet, but seems to have held up okay. Oh, so we got a few more people, some research. And did we get also a ship? I don't think so, I don't see it. But it's fine.
A probe has completed its scan.
Did we? No, that's my ship. Okay, that's fine. Let's send the Copernicus over here now.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
Yeah, that's fine. So here... Oh, that's a lot. We did find one planet over here, so that's why I'm sending this guy. And then here I see also another one. So let's send these guys. We're getting all of the resources over here, so that's fine. Oh, one died. Why? No! Nobody should be dying.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Because we have yeah, we have space. I don't know why somebody died. Okay, so yeah, this hasn't been built yet. Okay, it's gonna take a minute. We still need more. What I did do just now though is I sent more people over here because we did the upgrade to move from 40 to 52. So we have more space over here, and thus, as I say, I just sent some more people over here, so that's great. We're getting also a bit of silicon, we're getting some more carbon, perfect, we're actually full on carbon. So what we can do is maybe send more carbon on the other. Let's start going to 50. And I can potentially even send some to number 6 later on. We are out of these guys.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Yeah. So if I want to look at my ship there, who's gonna take up these guys? I basically want somebody to take them here. So I guess I need one cargo ship over here. It's fine. We have the resources to build those things. It's not a problem. I unlock many new things that we haven't built yet. I know. But I'm continuing to research, as you can see, slowly but surely trying to unlock the next levels. Let's go into the fusion station that transforms ice into water. That's definitely going to be useful at some point. And yeah, what else? If I look over here, I have a couple of people not working. So I could potentially start a few other things. I'm going to empty this. Make that this. I'm reorganizing again, as always. Sorry about that. And this one we're going to put actually food, so that we can delete this and put one more farm in the future there. Then this we can delete. It's fine. And instead we can unlock that one. Okay. So what are we gonna find over here? Valiant 71. It's a UN ship. The Valiant is dead. Okay. The wreck of the UN warship. In a twist of fate, it seems that after hunting down DOLOS survivor, it fell to something even more dangerous. We have visual on the cluster of UN emergency cryopods. Okay. So basically we can decide what we want to do. We can get some materials over here. We can try to get some of the cryopods. Or we can analyze, which may give us, I don't know what actually. Analyzing feels like a good thing, because it feels like maybe I can still do something else after that. And then for the Galileo, we have this planet there. Galileo team reporting, we've landed on Roca Stanky D79. The icy comet is barren. There is something strange about it, a glacial mass blocking its entrance. Okay. So what should we do? What should we do? I mean, as always, I think we can either explode, we can invest, and investing usually gives us better things. Huh? So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're going to take one of these, fine, send it, and let's restart. Okay, sending another drone over here. Ooh, and look at this, we get not only a bit of research, but also new technology. Fire starter upgrade unlocked. That is great. But is that the end? Oh, it is the end. So we weren't able to get any cryopods. Let's build this DLS center, because this is really critical. And I have just the space here. Yeah, we don't have the space. So yeah, I'm gonna go here. It does need a road. No. Oh, I don't have the space for the road? Wait. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so
An
this...
accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
This one is gonna have to die.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
It's not the end of the world, I think. We should be fine to kill that one. Here it is. Empty. Start this. Restart that one. Put the road. And theoretically we only need one. And so I can actually put another one there, if need be. And I think it is a good idea to have some reserves. So let's do that. Okay, so we're building this and we have space if need be, or if needed, for another farm here. How are we doing also on population? If I look here, we have space for 312 people. We have 290, so we can actually send a couple more. How are we doing on workforce? No, not that far, so we may want to do that soon. We have the DLS center has been built. With this, we're gonna be able to get policies. This is per sector, by the way, right? We need to build in the other sector if we want to do it. And basically the concept is that with each of these, you can either gain stability or lose stability. And in exchange, you know, you have either a bonus or a malus. So for example, here, if I restrict the food, basically I give less food to my people, stability goes down by 1, but I can feed more people at 16 instead of 10 with 1 food. Or if we look over here, with the infirmary, if I choose this, my stability goes down, but the infirmary capacity goes up. So I think in this case, we're gonna do 2 things for sure. We're gonna want the waste. We're gonna start storing waste in stockpiles, so we can do something with it. I think we will also reduce the food in the future, and we'll probably do propaganda too at some point. So we do need though here to put that, right? And that's gonna be for the waste. Good. Everything else is working over here, so no complaints. We are fixing the hull here, and I'm thinking we may want to also put soon-ish this DSL center over here too. So where do you fit here? Okay. Hopefully we have what it takes to build it, and then on this side
Transfer complete.
we got some population, which will be very useful for us to be able to build some waste centers, and they are exactly the same size. Love it. So we're going to pause one, build the road there. Okay. We're gonna need also some forgot to put these in case we have to move around. Let's pause some of them, otherwise it's gonna take long. Okay, what else? I probably should build this. So let's see, we need to send a couple of these here. Yeah, okay, good. So that is some progress. I don't know if we're gonna get to 400 in 14 cycles, but I'm going for it. I'm going for it. We have, what else? Research, let's continue. We've done already quite a few, but there are more. There's the Legislative Strengthening Center that provide 2 stability. And then there is 2 more farms, so that's good. Now if we look at the map, how are we doing now? So, oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Oh, I don't like that, because you also can't pause it. Once it starts, you can't pause it. There's a big risk that this one is gonna die. And the only way for me to avoid this would be to move the Tiqqun maybe over here. But if I do this, I'm gonna have a problem. Especially given that we haven't built yet these things, plus I'm trying to repair the hull. So I can't do it now. Okay, I mean, we just have to pray. And let's send some probes though. I'm gonna focus maybe on the points of interest first. So I see point of interest somewhere over here. Yeah. And speaking of which, Copernicus is doing nothing, so let's send him there. Good. And yeah, oh, we passed through, but now we need to also pass back. So that's the problem. Okay, we got lucky. We didn't lose any other ship going through there. And we have finished this transmission from the Galileo team. With the extra resource available to us, we were able to go through the ice. The cave extends deep into the comet, and gravity is even stronger. Wow. Sending remote control recording equipment ahead, we discover an almost completely enclosed cavity. Okay. It possesses a strong electromagnetic field and emits a faint bluish glow. When we attempt to move and remove instrument closer, the sphere swallows it. Feels like we're gonna die if we go there. I want to be honest, but at least we got 45 science and a technology upgrade. And it is, they tell us we can go study or we can leave. Honestly, it feels like we're gonna die if we go there, so I'm gonna leave the planet, take my science, go away. We have found also Deville over here. This is apparently where we can colonize. I've started to create some colonists. I'm gonna also show you that in a second. First, let's continue checking if there's any other point of interest. That's what I'm looking for. I don't see any other point of interest. Okay, so we're just going to continue getting some resources.
Administrator, you can
Yeah,
implement
policies,
a new
great.
policy.
We also have here Mark R. So we
The
can...
science ship team has completed a task.
The planet temperature is extremely low. There's a science ship frozen in ice. So we can either try to get it by drilling, throwing, or we can set up some equipment. You know me, I'm always setting up equipment. So let's go. Let's go. And that's pretty much it. So as I was saying, you know, if we go back over here, colonization training center is working. We've already done made 15. It does cost, remember, 1 electronics, but yeah, I'm gonna click again on it. We are also almost done creating the waste treatment center. Now that's not gonna be enough though. We're gonna need for sure a DLS center, otherwise we can't even get the those resources in, you know, the waste.
A probe has completed its scan.
And then I'm thinking we're gonna put the
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
an accident. Okay, so we're gonna put waste over here, and then yeah, we're gonna need more. So this is gonna be waste. For now we can't, but in the future we'll be able to do it. Okay, so this has been built, but again we don't have waste right now, so we need to wait for this. Basically this is the priority. And as you can see, we have 3 choices: either taking 50 waste to make 50 alloy, that's a lot, making 50 waste into 20 polymer, or making 1 electronics. That's really not a lot, 1 electronics, but it may be worth it, to be honest, because it costs a lot to make electronics, right? So we'll see, but first again we need the DLS. I did build one on sector 1, and I already did the policy of working hours over here. Now I think we're gonna do the propaganda one, because that's going to increase actually the stability. And the only negative thing is that instead of getting a policy, you know, a choice of new policy every 10 cycle, it's gonna be every 15 cycle. So it's really not too bad. Honestly, I feel like you have to do it. Speaking of which, I have done it over here already. So you can see we have intense propaganda, we are waste recycling, and I'm thinking maybe we're gonna do also these ones in the future. But otherwise, this place here is working pretty well. I'm still really low on electronics, but at least we have a lot of polymer. And given that we're low, by the way, on electronics, what I've done here is I have said the silicon, right? This is the priority. The carbon is priority number 2. So that is what we've done here. Okay, small bug here, because I haven't actually seen that event yet, but I guess my science ship has arrived where this is happening, right? Where basically we see the attack on the Protagoras, and though my people aren't happy. We're getting 1 more penalty, so we need to keep that in mind, right? We're still +3 here, we are at +3 there, and we're at +2, so that's fine. We're not too bad, but still. So I guess, as I said, we must have discovered somewhere something. Maybe it is over here. Yeah, it is. We had a science ship that was called Hammer Place that was coming from the Protagoras, and it was shut down by the UN ship. Okay, but at least we're getting, you know, an upgrade, we're getting some resource, so that's better than nothing. Better than nothing. And what about on this side? yeah, we have finished. Oh, the crew is not the original crew. They are human, they know our protocols, they insist that they are the people, but they are not the people. So now we can kill them, or we can do the Naomi protocol. We've seen this Naomi protocol a couple of times, and honestly I feel like I don't want to kill all of them. So we're just gonna do this. They've been renamed now, so that we have this mission there of, you know, keeping my 5 people alive is still happening. I do see an incoming transmission, so let's check it out.
Administrator, we have collected and analyzed enough data to locate the Protagoras on the planetary system map via probe scan.
Okay. And yes, let's make sure we build a bit more batteries. Yeah, they are paused. Resume, resume. I think we should probably make a few more colonies too. I don't know how many non-worker. We still have 40. So yeah, we can make some more colonists. That's fine. Oh, we are an extra hour there. Maybe because of these things. So it is. By the way, this has started. We, for now, I've selected the alloy.
Administrator, you can implement a new policy.
And I'm thinking that if we do the alloy here, we may want to put our EVA there. So basically, we create the alloy and we deliver it directly to the EVA. Oh, wait, it will fit there if we move this. I'm pausing it right now because I want to do this first. And yeah, lunaclism, we're gonna need to... we can't move it. We're gonna need to delete it and then move it. It's fine, we can do that. Okay, so delete and then find a place for it. We have finished over here. Wait, let's do... I'm thinking maybe the working hours. How are we doing there? Yeah, we're pretty close. So we have a lot of happiness, but we don't have a lot of people working. Like if there's an accident, we would be in trouble. We're still at +2. So yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I may also delete this electronics factory because the reality is I never have enough silicon for it. And then that means I'll have space for potentially also more stability things. So we'll see at that point. But otherwise, everything is working fine. We have actually a bit more electronics than usual. And my hull is okay. So let's use this time to do one more here. Done. Okay. On this side here we are at +3. Okay, that's great. And so yeah, potentially we would delete the EVAs from here and put them there, I think. But first, yeah, let's finish all of this. Food, we're okay-ish. We're gonna need more houses too, for sure, in the future over here. Okay. What else? Research. How are we doing on research? We have finished most of it. There is 2 left over there.
The science ship has arrived at its destination.
The ship here is done, so maybe we can send him there. And here we're getting some science points, great, and we are gonna see what we can do also on this planet in a sec. Let's send a probe. We're still basically trying to look for the Protagoras. Where are you? You must... here it is. It was very close to where I was before. That's fine. That's life. So, we are over here. We can do a basic colony infrastructure or an advanced one. This is gonna cost quite a bit of resource and 60 colonizer. Okay, so I think we know we need to get 60 basically. There is no other planet except that one. Okay. Here we're getting this, and that's fine. And yeah, I mean, there's definitely still resources, I'm sure. So we're gonna want to get them. Like here, there's some iron, and I'm sure there's some more resources. So, Tatra V8. Extremely violent hurricanes move through the atmosphere. We are having difficulty maneuvering and fear that we may be struck by lightning. Okay, so we can get close or we can hail it. Interesting. I have no clue. I mean, maybe we get close, see what happens. The cargo ship is of DOLOS design. Its decals indicate that it belongs to the Protagoras. Makes sense because we're very close. We can now board it or ram it. Ramming it feels like explosion, so we're gonna just board it. Okay, so we now have a cargo ship. We can recover the cargo ship. Is it gonna give me one? I mean, let's try it. It's gonna take 3 turns, but I think so we're getting one. The Protagoras, we found it over here, but remember we still need to do that one there, for which I want to move my whole Tiqqun there. So let's check. We have 3, 3, and 3. How long is it gonna take to get there? We are talking about 5.7 cycles. Oof, that is bad. That is bad, but I don't really have a choice. I don't really have a choice. So we need to basically probably pause a couple of things to be able to get there faster. Let's see. So we have a lot of food. That's one thing. We could pause that and this. Sure. So actually, let's click over here. It's easier to pause many things at once. We can pause this. We can pause research while we're doing this. We pause maybe one of these. That, and that. That. Okay. And on this one, I mean, I can pause everything here, there. Pause this, and that. One of these. This. One of these. That. So how are we doing now? 4, 4. Still not huge. Maybe one of these. What is consuming a lot? I mean, food is consuming a lot. How are we doing now? 4, 5.6. That's great. That's great. So we're gonna do the same over here. Up. You're off for sure. You're gonna be off, off, off. You're gonna be off, off, off. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but 6, yeah, 4, 4. So number 2 needs to reduce a bit more. I can pause this, that. What else? Pause one of these, maybe one food. And now we're at 5.7. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. So let's go, ladies and gents. We're going to move a Tiqqun all the way there. Now it's gonna go through this. I don't think we can avoid that. We can hold space, by the way, to skip this cinematic. And yes, we did actually get a new cargo ship. That is cool. That is cool. So if I look at my fleet now, we have a new one. I need to find a place for it. I'm not even sure we have a place for it, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
Hull integrity below 50%.
Is it because...
Caution. Entering stellar storm.
Yeah, we're in a storm.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Okay, I'm coming. Now this is bad that they're all going through the storm when coming back.
You can implement a new policy.
I'm going to tell them to go through all of these right now. Right, this is their chance to clean all of these resources before going anywhere else. And we have arrived. I don't know if we are gonna lose anybody. The important thing is, as soon as we arrived, we need to restart on the hull. Okay, so let's go. We are still alive, but what's happening over here? Not powered. It's power. Okay, we need to avoid entering space for 20 cycles. I can do that. I can do that. That is fine. That is fine. What else? Yeah, I mean, basically now we can restart everything, right? There's no reason to... I mean, these ones, okay, they can stay pause, but everything else should restart. Yeah. Okay. So we've restarted everything. My people, here we have extra hours. And what's the happiness? +2. Oh, that's because we haven't built this yet. But that's gonna be built just now, right? And that's gonna push me to +3. So I think we may do the workers there too. Here, policies. We have done propaganda. We've done working hours. I don't know if we should do food now or not. we're gonna wait a bit. Here, everything is fine. So we did find one more ship, right? The question is, I mean, yeah, I guess we're gonna put it here. Which one is it? Let's check. Talaria, yeah, that's the name. Okay. And in terms of what you're gonna do, Talaria, you should be focusing first on silicon, second on this, and then low, very low, you can do this, that. Okay. What else? I mean, basically it is the time for us to do this thing here, right? Of where's my science ship?
A science ship has arrived.
It has
at its
arrived.
destination.
Why are you going there? You have... Wait, high priority, high priority. This is the priority, people. Focus on this. Actually, I can... Nah. I was going to say you can avoid this one, but...
A ship has been destroyed
here
by
it
a
is.
space weather event.
We just lost one. And maybe we're gonna lose that one too, which would be a shame because these are higher level ships, right? They're not basic ships. So let's start first by rebuilding. Yeah, it was over here. Oops, no. Come on. No. Okay. So mining ship, that's fine. So I'm gonna need to take a close eye on this. Yeah, one of these two is gonna die. That's a shame. I just need to make sure they don't send another one. Chevy, what should we do on Chevy? We can perform intrusive analysis, never. Or we can set up temporary, no. Or we can establish infrastructure, yes. That makes sense. Let's see, standing by. Okay, we have done it. And yes, we get 60 science, love it. And we can now leave the planet. Oh, and actually when we leave, somebody saw something, we get some more science, and they tell us you can investigate or leave. And let's investigate, I guess. We are trying to get all of those resources over here, by the way, right? There is not that much. Oh, here it is. There is a lot of iron there. I was going to say there's not that much iron, but we found it now. That's good. Because we do need to make sure we can keep, you know, our hull intact, right? Working hours.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Let's check it out. They found nothing. Okay. So we can leave the planet, get a lot of this science. And yeah, let's get all of this resource. And then I guess we're gonna leave, go over here. And then we have two more there. There's quite a few resources. I have made them, you know, avoided so that my ships don't go there. They stay over here for now. And it is similar to the previous time. We have spent too long in this. So getting a -1, but this one will disappear. So right now we're at 1 over here, we're at 2 there, and 1 there. So it's fine, we're good. That's not a problem, it will disappear later. Here it is, ladies and gents. I'm leaving because we got pretty much all of the resources except 1, and we can always get that one even being there. The only other reason why I'm leaving is because my miners went all the way here.
Caution. Entering stellar storm.
You know, at some point, basically their autonomy gets to 0 and they need to come back, right? And I don't want both of them to come back here through this whole thing. I want them to come back there. I'd rather, you know, fix a bit the Tiqqun than losing 2 of my miners, especially this miner tier 2. So yeah, that's it. And then if we look at our base, you know, one key thing I wanted to show you too is that we have unlocked the final tiers of research over here. There's a lot of things, some really cool elements here to help with our stability, train stations, nuclear power plants, and most importantly, we've also unlocked tons of new upgrades, right? Including for crew quarters, we have the domotic quarters. We're gonna want to get there very soon. We have the quarter protocol that is going to create waste. So that is very interesting and much more. So I hope you're excited. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below if you have any questions or requests, and I hope to see you next time.